What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go Battle League content. In today's video, we're taking a look at a legend run here in the Great League Remix with Annihilape, Empoleon, and Ferrothorn from XehrDrewski. Thank you for submitting the battles and trainers. If you'd like to send some battles in for Shoutcast on the channel, there is a Google form in the description and the pinned comment that you can go ahead and fill out and send the battles in to be shoutcasted. Now let's get into these battles here as we check out XehrDrewski's team in the Great League Remix, starting with our first game, Annihilape into Galvantula. Oh! This is not a good lead by any means, but at least Annihilape has the attack stat of a literal gargantuan ape. And it will hit so hard, even though these counters are resisted, it's already putting out more damage into this Galvantula, at least HP percentage-wise, than the neutral Volt Switches have done in the same time. So, gonna be able to get to the Night Slash on this last Volt Switch here. The opponent's got a move loaded, but the energy is not going to go very far into this Ferrothorn if they decide to come in with it, which would make sense to me. Ferrothorn, yep, comes in here. It's going to be able to eat at least 2 moves here before getting, anywhere near a point where a shield needs to be used. And they already have shield advantage, which is already pretty massive. Opponent getting to another move here, probably just another lunge. You can just let this go if you want to. Ferrothorn with all this energy is great, but having a double debuffed attack stat, I expect there's probably going to be a swap out here to clear that debuff for Drewski. And there he goes, going to bring in the Empoleon, a shield up into this Ferrothorn, and this is a perfect opportunity for the Empoleon to get ahead and start sweeping this team. Now, Ferrothorn does have a pretty good matchup here into the Empoleon. His one power-up does quite a good amount of damage here, but going for the extra moves with the good timing here, and is able to show some patience and fire off a Hydro Cannon into the opponent's Empoleon now. Unfortunately, their Empoleon does win CMP, so Drewski's now got that information, but What? Trainers, if you're in an Empoleon mirror, typically you want to be throwing the Hydro Cannon, as it does do slightly more damage here. And Drill Peck just is not as energy efficient when it comes to this. So I see, yeah, there we go. So we're going to see a shield now, and Empoleon is going to get this full farm down, and the opponent's Ferrothorn is going to come in. I believe they have a move already, but it doesn't matter. Drewski's going to go for the Drill Peck now. In this instance, Drill Peck is neutral, whereas Hydro Cannon is resisted by that grass typing. So the opponent going immediately for a move. Really unfortunate for Drewski and his energy on the Empoleon. The opponent goes for a mirror shot. Trainer, there's no shields. Just go for... Just go for it. Going for a Thunder. This is resisted damage, but it's going to do more than a double resisted Power Whip. And this Thunder, not going to be quite enough, but going to be able to get to a move. Power Whip would do enough to knock out here. But the opponent goes for another mirror shot. Oh no, the opponent throwing all the wrong moves in this game, unfortunately. But Thunder's going to be enough to take this game from the Ferrothorn, and that's going to be a good game. Well played. Getting into the next battle, we got Annihilape against Mantine. This is a very bad lead, but 2 better responses in the back. So we see an instant pivot, and Annihilape is immediately brought in from the opponent to get the Ferrothorn. Now, I love the timing here. Drewski is one of those trainers who has, asked me to review his timing in the past. And every time I see a video from Drewski, I can see that his timing is improved, which is really good to see. So here we got the opponent over farming like crazy, looking to shield up, maybe get a full farm down, as they are going to have to throw energy into the Annihilape on Drewski's side here in order to take it out. So this is very risky, because if the opponent baits even once, that could cause a very bad situation for Drewski's Annihilape here. So he's going to go ahead and shield. The opponent full sends the Shadow Ball. That's a good shield here. Maybe going for the Night Slash. No, looking for some extra energy. The opponent goes for another move. It's the Shadow Ball. We get good farm down here. This is perfect, because now the opponent is only going to be able to hit a Night Slash. There's no way there's enough energy for another Shadow Ball. It's just impossible. It's a Night Slash. Annihilape's got plenty of energy. In comes the Mantine. They're going to have to eat a Shadow Ball or put up their final shield, which hopefully puts Empoleon in a position to sweep here. The opponent goes and puts up the shield, and in comes a Steelix, and it's all but over here as Drewski is going to fire up this Hydro Cannon with yet another bout of very nice timing here. Hydro Cannon's going to almost completely clap the poor cheekies off of that Steel Noodle. And Steelix is going to go for a move. This could, I don't think, is this an Earthquake? I don't think so. Just a Psychic Fangs, and Empoleon can get this farm down if they have another Psychic Fangs. If they go for Crunch here, which, I mean, if I was the Steelix, probably would have just gone straight for the Crunch, unless they're a trainer of culture like myself running Heavy Slam on the Steelix, which, it works, okay? So the opponent is going to Okay, that's tough because you either have to catch the move on Empoleon or you get farmed down, and yeah, that's rough. So he has to get to 2 Drill Pecks, but it's not going to be enough as that was a CMP tie. The Drill Run here not going to be enough to knock out, and unfortunately, Drewski's Empoleon is going to meet its maker with this Aerial Ace. Even though it's resisted, it's going to do enough to just tink! And Empoleon goes down, and that's going to be a good game. Getting into the next battle here. We have Ferrothorn on the lead. Dream lead for this Annihilape here. Just keep the Empoleon away. Opponent comes in with a Mantine, and Drewski swaps in the Empoleon quite quickly here to get this Mantine out of the game. Now, Mantine completely walled here by the Empoleon, but Empoleon not having a great amount of bulk in its stats means that the Water Pulses actually put it in a range where 2 plus of some wing attacks will actually, you know, they'll threaten a knockout here. So this has got to be very carefully done here. This matchup is definitely not like a shored up matchup here, but depending on how much damage this move does, if they throw the Water Pulse here, expect the opponent to go for the Aerial Ace. So they full send the Water Pulse, and because the Aerial Aces are resisted and Empoleon has a massive attack stat, it is going to be able to get the farm down, but not get to a move, unfortunately. Opponent comes in with Carbink, and Ferrothorn says, "Hello, how are you today?" And Carbink says, "Nah, bro, I'm good." There you go. You love to see it. Got another great lead here in this next game with Dugong on the lead here. Looking so far, we're up 1 and 2, 2 wins and 1 loss in the current set. Looking to hit that legend rank. Gonna go, the opponent's gonna go for a charge move here. We're gonna shield up an Icy Wind, and then we're gonna go for 1, 2, 3, 4 counters for optimal timing. I love to see it. And the Shadow Ball might actually be enough to knock out even after the debuff. It is enough! And the opponent comes in with a Carbink. 2 better answers in the back, and Drewski's gonna swap right into the Ferrothorn. Just, wow, the Empoleon, or not the Empoleon, the Poliwrath in the back. This is actually quite a good play here by banking that energy and trying to either catch a move on the Ferrothorn or just bringing it in general. It forces the opponent to dump their energy into this Ferrothorn. Annihilape is still more than healthy enough and has a Shadow Ball loaded here, and the Icy Wind's not going to do it, trainer. That's not going to be enough. This Power Whip is going to come through, and the opponent shields twice. Annihilape comes in and the Shadow Ball on the CMP here. I think that was a CMP anyway. And the opponent not gonna live it. That Shadow Ball hurts. Oh, they live it by like 2 HP, dude. That's miserable. Opponent goes for the Icy Wind. Doesn't really matter here. The Empoleon comes in, tries to get the snipe, but it's all over now because Carbink can do absolutely nothing but just stare into the face of death. As this Moonblast does absolutely nothing, even with an attack drop, and the opponent can see it's good game. Getting into the next battle here. This is the decisive Game 5 with a Gligar on the lead, and this is not what you want to see. Coming straight into Ferrothorn, and the opponent not swapping out here and going for the move right away. Now, if this normally 4 would be bad timing here, but because of the swap taking up 1 turn, that's actually going to be good timing here. So going in, the opponent comes in with a Dugong, and that just spells absolutely everything out here. The opponent's team has got to be completely weak to this Ferrothorn. And now, we're going to have to see what the opponent decides to do here, because they can go for Icy Wind, and that's fine. But Ferrothorn is going to either get the shield, or it's going to get switch advantage. And getting Empoleon onto that Gligar is going to be key here. Even though the opponent does have some energy, I do believe that they have, what is it, 6 or 7? They either have a dig loaded that are 1 short of the dig. So the opponent goes for the Icy Wind. That will knock out, and Annihilape can come back in here and start getting some energy for itself. The opponent not able to get to a charge move. Now, down a shield. Empoleon coming in to start the sweepstakes. Sweep him! Sweep him! Like Mrs. Doubtfire. Sweep him, sweep him, sweep him. Got it, dig! Oh, no! Drewski's trying to call the bait, and he doesn't call it. And the opponent catches on a Sandshrew. Hello? That's a Sandshrew. Hello? Oh, those double resisted ice moves, but the perfect farm down. Is it over? Is Drewski gonna lose this game to a little Igloo? No, the Night Slash is not gonna get a shield, and they get the boost, but it doesn't matter. Just need to get to 2 Night Slashes here. We can do it. Annihilape with 2 shields gets to the back-to-back Night Slashes, and we're gonna be able to clutch this game. Opponent going for the shield and a charge move. It's all over at this point, and we all know it. It's just prolonging fate. Here comes the Night Slash to knock out this Gligar, and that is going to be a good Game 5. Get out of here, you silly bat. That's going to be a good game here. Well played. Getting into the end of this set here. grabbing that 4-1. Only a 3-2 was needed here at 2988, but he gets for the 4-1 to crash through Legend at 3030 elo, grabs the screenshot and the pose. Very nicely played here, Drewski. Congratulations on Legend. It looks like a very strong team. Trainers, I imagine this team would probably do very well at just about any elo range in the Great League Remix, as long as, you know, you avoid those strange fire types like Alolan Marowak. As if anybody's played me recently in Go Battle League, you probably see me using Alolan Marowak because that thing is literally amazing right now. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much. I will be back on the streams this evening on Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern, so come on in and check it out. We're going to have a great time playing some weird stuff in the Great League Remix. Until next time, y'all, thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.